Morning class. Hope you will be fine and doing well and doing studies doing good. Okay. So today we are going to study about the Ohm's law. Okay. So we'll study about the Ohm's law and we'll see the resistance and all those things, and we'll see the resistivity and we'll see the graph and question based on that means resistance and Ohm's law. Okay. So what is basically Ohm's law? According to Ohm's law,
E is equal to IR.
according to Ohm's law, the current flowing in conductor depends on potential difference. Potential difference. Or in other words, you can say, or what you can say the potential difference in a conductor is directly proportional to the current flowing in the conductor at constant temperature, or the potential difference in a conductor is directly proportional to current flowing in conductor at constant temperature. Means this must be says at constant temperature. It should be mentioned. Why it should be mentioned? Because at different temperature there will be the different V and I. So that's why we need to say the potential difference in a conductor is directly proportional to the current flowing in it. And you can just understand in this way. Let's say this is a conductor, this is a wire, and you have applied potential difference V. Okay? Then the current flowing in it will be I. Let's say I current is flowing in it. So it will be said as V is directly proportional to I. Means if you increase the potential difference across the conductor, then the current flowing in it will also increase. Getting my point or not? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we can do here, if it is proportional,
Yes, sir.
so this proportionality should be removed. So for removing this proportionality sign, what we are going to do, we are just at a constant. So this can be written as V is equal to R into I. So this R becomes V by I. This R, you can understand, this R is your resistance. This R is your resistance. V is your potential difference. I is current flowing in it. So you can see there will be the specific value of resistance for a unique value of V and I. Or you can say in this manner, since you have applied certain potential difference in a conductor, then its resistance will be the ratio of potential difference and current in it. Okay? You can see the graph also.
Yes, sir.
You can see the graph also. If you are saying I here at y-axis and v
X-axis.
here at x-axis, so this will be the graph because there will be the linear dependency on v and I. Okay, and the slope can means resistance can be written as, here you can write the resistance R is 1 by slope of IV graph. You know about the slope? You know about the slope? Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I know.
So the slope will be, means 1 by slope will be the resistance of this basically conductor. Okay? So one thing we should understand, what will be the unit of resistance? And the unit of resistance,
Ohm.
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 volt per ampere,
Ohm, sir.
or you can write ohm. Okay? Volt per ampere, you can write it. Okay? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Should I erase this thing? Have you noted down?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So wait.
Coming in detail with resistance and how resistance is dependent on different parameters and all those things. Resistance. So what is basically resistance? It is property
To resist flow of charges.
of material by virtue of which
It opposes
It opposes the flow of current.
it obstructs
or opposes.
the flow of charge. Flow of charge. It's a basically property of material by virtue of which what it used to do, it opposes or it obstructs to flow of charge. Okay? So
सर ये उत्कर्ष शुक्ला बार मैसेज कर रहा है.
let's say this is conductor.
हाला.
And its length is L and A is the area of cross section.
A. A.
Cross section. Okay, and here will be the electrons. I was telling you, here will be the electrons.
Rho.
Okay, so these electrons are basically densely packed. These electrons are basically densely packed. Densely packed means what? These are very crowded. This is like a cube. You can just imagine a cube. There will be there will be no difference. Yeah, there will be no distance between successive electrons. So there will be no distance. This distance will be very less. This distance will be order of angstrom. That 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to power minus 10 meter. So once electron will try to move forward, it will be suddenly strike, or means it will be collide with successive electron. Collision of this successive electron, this resistance property is acquired. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Farhan Ansari.
Okay.
ज्यादा मीठा करने का
Now we can see what are the different properties on which this resistance is dependent. Resistance is directly proportional to length of conductor. This R is directly proportional to length of conductor. Means as you will increase the length of conductor, the resistance is going to increase. Okay? And this resistance is inversely proportional to the A, that is the area of cross section. So what else you can write? R directly proportional to L by A. L by A. So if we remove this proportionality, means if rho means this proportionality will be removed, one constant will be there, and it can be written as R is equal to
Rho.
rho L by A, and this rho is nothing, it's a resistivity.
Resistivity.
Rho is specific resistance, or you can say resistivity. So what will be the unit of resistivity and how we can define the resistivity? Let's see these things. So resistivity, unit of resistivity first. Unit of resistivity, rho is, this will be your ohm,
Ohm meter.
this will be your
Ohms meter.
Ohm meter.
how we can define the resistivity. So resistivity
Material of wire.
of material is defined as resistance of unit
Substance.
length and unit area of cross section of material. Means what? Means a very simple thing. You can write rho like this. Rho is equal to R into A by L. Okay. So if you are taking A is equal to 1 meter square and L is equal to 1 meter, then rho will be equal to the R. So that's the basically definition. So I defined in a way
Not visible.
of a material is defined as resistance. It's not visible at the bottom.
Yes, sir.
Now it becomes visible.
Yes, sir. It's visible now.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay. So what I was saying, resistivity of material is defined as a resistance of a unit wire having unit area section of. अगर इसको ऐसे समझा जाए कि अगर 1 मीटर का वायर नहीं है, क्रॉस सेक्शन 1 मीटर स्क्वायर रख दिया जाए, whatever its resistance will be there, that resistance will be equal to the resistance. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
So, I have defined as will be 1 meter. Should I erase this thing?
Yes, sir.
Should I erase?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Kindly mute from there the
कौन
background.
बोल रहा है?
Mohammad Faizan Ansari. From where it is coming?
आओ सर
Kindly mute.
चैट बहुत कर रहा है सर आ गए?
Yes, sir. क्या हुआ?
We are going to discuss about resistivity. So we'll further discuss about the resistivity and we'll see the different questions which already came in your board examination. We'll discuss those questions. Okay? So what are basically, let me tell you about resistivity. Resistivity of
Material of wire.
is independent on length and area of cross section. So this is very important point. You can just understand. Resistivity of a material is independent on length and area of cross section. Means whether you are taking the 1 meter wire or 10 meter wire or 1000 meter wire, it's only property of material. Means resistivity of material is independent on length and area cross section. While depends upon nature of material. Nature of material means what? You know about gold is a good conductor, isn't it? Gold is one of the good conductor. So resistivity of a good conductor will be lesser. Getting my point or not? Means if there is a good conductor, then its resistivity will be lesser. Okay? So that's I have.
Yes, sir.
Independent on length. Just like density. Yeah. What is this density of material is constant now? Density of water is 1 gram per centimeter.
सर yes sir
Yes, sir,
1 gram per
constant.
That
Yes,
is
sir.
going to be constant at every time.
Yes,
Whether that
sir.
is 1 liter
Yes,
water
sir.
or 2 liter or 10 liter. That is going to be constant now.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
in the similar manner, resistivity is going to constant for every material. अगर कॉपर का वायर है तो then resistivity of copper will be constant whether it is 1 meter wire or 10 meter or 100 or 1000 or whatever it is. Okay? अगर एल्यूमिनियम का वायर है इसकी resistivity क्या होगी? जो भी होगी constant होगी whether it is 10 meter, 100 meter, 200 meter. It doesn't affect the means it is independent on length and area.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Only the resistivity will depend on the nature of material. Okay? So a good conductor have a lesser resistivity. So if it have a lesser resistivity, it means what? It will have a lesser resistance and it will act as a good conductor. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we can write here. A good conductor.
Yes.
A good conductor having lesser resistivity. Okay, a good conductor will have a lesser resistivity. So here comes one of my question. You know, copper is good conductor of wire. Means it's a copper is one of the good conductor, na? It's a good conductor of electricity, na?
yes sir
And
yes sir.
its resistivity is lesser than the resistivity of the aluminum. Aluminum is also there, na?
Yes, sir.
But what we use in our household wiring, घर में जो वायरिंग कराते हैं उसमें कॉपर वायर पड़ता है कि एल्यूमिनियम वायर? लेट मी नो.
So copper wire.
और वायर
Copper.
So copper wire.
एंड किस चीज का वो वायर बना होता है जो पोल्स के बीच में रहता है? दो पोल खंभों के बीच में कौन सा वायर होता है? किस चीज का बना होता है?
So fiber.
एल्यूमिनियम का होता है.
सर एल्युमिनियम वायर.
तो कॉपर वायर हम घर में यूज करते हैं और बाहर हम एल्यूमिनियम वायर यूज करते हैं. क्यों? बोलो बोलो क्यों?
हर जल
Resistivity.
Okay.
Because of resistivity.
Which one is good, better? Copper or
better.
aluminum?
So copper, sir.
कॉपर.
Copper is better, ना? तो बाहर हम
Yes, sir.
करते हैं.
तो क्योंकि
बाहर का
एल्युमिनियम की रेजिस्टिविटी ज्यादा होती है.
हाँ?
ओके.
So एल्युमिनियम
सर क्योंकि लाइटर होता है.
अरे भाई जब कोई चीज अच्छा होगा तो वो सब जगह यूज होगा ना. इफ मींस कॉपर इज गुड कंडक्टर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इवन हैविंग अ लेसर रेजिस्टिविटी, तो एल्यूमिनियम को हम यूज करते हैं.
एल्यूमिनियम सर मोटा होता है, जल्दी करंट नहीं मारेगा.
क्या 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 कह रहे हैं? What you are saying? Was that Malay?
एल्युमिनियम.
Yes.
सर एल्युमिनियम का वायर सर हल्का होता है.
क्या होता है? बेकार होता है.
नो सर, सर कॉपर के वायर से सर ये लाइटर होता है.
Yes, this is one of the reason. And one more reason is there. That's a quite perfect reason. You know about the periodic table?
Yes, sir.
Which,
Yes, sir.
which elements come whether it is aluminum or copper, which having a lower atomic number or lower atomic mass? Aluminum having a lower
Sir.
atomic mass.
Yes, sir.
Only 27.
Yes, aluminium.
That is only
Yes,
27. But copper having a greater atomic mass than the aluminum. Okay? So
Yes,
copper having a more weight means suppose you are required to have a 1000-meter wire. तो 1000-meter वायर के लिए एल्यूमिनियम वायर का जो वेट होगा वो कम होगा और जो आपका मींस कॉपर वायर का वेट जो जाएगा वो ज्यादा हो जाएगा. एंड इफ यू आर मींस जस्ट लाइंग ऑन द पोल के बीच में अगर उसको आप टांगते हैं तो अपने ही वेट के टेंशन से वो टूट जाएगा. दैट विल बी ब्रोकन.
ओह.
This is one of the reason, and one more reason is there. What is that reason? You know, when aluminium reacts with this oxygen or this moisture,
Yes, sir.
then it forms
Aluminium oxide.
aluminium oxide, which act as
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Form.
for the corrosion.
Yes, sir. Corrosion.
You forms the aluminium oxide, it forms the preventive layer. If it is preventive layer, it means what? The aluminium is not going to corrode it. Means it is not going to be degraded because there is aluminium oxide at the upper side of aluminium. So यहाँ से aluminium बच जाएगा. लेकिन अगर copper oxygen से react करता है, then it forms the copper oxide.
Copper oxide.
Okay? So once it will form the copper oxide,
Yes, sir.
it will start degrading. And the day will come, it will be completely degraded, and wire will be just it will be completely degraded. So sometimes in your board examination, these questions used to come. Why we used to prefer hanging wire as an aluminium wire between the poles? So give 2 reasons, justify this statement, something like this. So I'm just going to write these things. Okay, whatever I made clear to you. Is it clear to all of you or not?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
If you have a doubt, let me know. I will explain one more time. So, aluminium wire is used between the poles, even it have
हाँ क्लियर है,
greater
क्लियर ही तो.
resistivity
एसी चालू करो यार खाना.
than copper wire. So what will be the reason? Because the first reason is the atomic mass of copper is greater than aluminum, and hence copper wire will have more weight, and due to this it will be broken when it is hanged between poles. Okay, this is one of the reason, and the second reason can be written as, the second reason is aluminum forms
Aluminium.
oxide when exposed to O2. When exposed to O2, which act as preventive layer. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this was all about your resistance and resistivity. Now we'll see the dependency of resistivity on temperature. How it is dependent on temperature. We'll see that. And we'll see one more question based on this topic. Okay? Should I erase this one?
No, sir.
Still you are writing?
Erase it. No, sir, I'm not writing.
So,
Yes, sir.
material is classified in three
Erase
parts.
it, sir. Erase it.
So material
Bas.
is classified in three parts on the basis of resistivity. So what are they? So these parts are basically conductor, insulator, okay? So classification of material on the basis of resistivity, these are divided in three parts. What are they? Let me discuss.
इसलिए दिखाई दे रही है.
Okay. Then from where background noise is coming? So material is divided in three parts on the basis of resistivity. What are they? These are conductors and insulators and semiconductors. So what are conductors? These having a free electrons. These materials having a free electron are said to be a conductor. So, materials having free electron to conduct electricity. This will be your conductors. While in case of the insulators, materials do not have free electrons and hence unable to conduct electricity. So what happened in case of the semiconductor? So semiconductor will be your materials having semi-bounded electron. Semi-bounded electrons conducts electricity sometime. Yeah, you can say conduct electricity at a specific condition. Okay, so this is basically materials classification. Materials classification of what? Materials classification on the basis of resistivity. So let me describe you how resistivity depends on the temperature. So resistivity of these materials varies. The resistivity of this conductor is very lesser. The resistivity of this insulator is very high, and the resistivity of semiconductor lies in between the resistivity of conductor and insulator. Okay?
Average.
Yeah, I mean that will be lying in between conductors and insulators. Okay. So coming to the dependency of resistivity on temperature. So one thing you should remember that if we will increase the temperature, of conductor, insulator and semiconductor, we'll discuss separately. First we are discussing about the conductor. So if we will increase the temperature of conductor, then resistivity is going to increase. Means this resistivity is going to be directly proportional to the temperature. Okay. So whenever we will be increasing the temperature, the resistivity of conductor is going to increase. Okay. If you are talking about the semiconductor, if you are going to increase the temperature, then the resistivity of semiconductor is going to decrease. Means if resistivity is going to be decreased, then resistance of the semiconductor decreases on increasing the temperature. While this insulator became unaffected. Means if will increase the temperature, this insulator will be unaffected. Means this is not going to change. Okay. So you can see these two graphs. For understanding you, this is conductor and this is for the semiconductor, and here it will be temperature, here it will be resistivity. Once again, here it will be the resistivity, here it will be temperature. So what happened in case of the semiconductor? It is just like this. So if you will increase the temperature, resistivity is going to decrease. While in case of this this is going to be increased. Means once you will increase the temperature, the resistivity of material increases. Resistivity of which material? Conductor. Okay. So one more concept is there. You know about the alloy. Alloy is there, just like your nichrome. Nichrome is alloy.
Yes, sir.
Nichrome is a alloy. So
Hello.
what you can say about this?
Yes, sir. Alloy.
Nichrome is basically alloy. Sometimes nichrome is preferred for the copper. Nichrome in binding purposes, nichrome is preferred over the alloy. Means nichrome is preferred for the copper. So question is always asked why nichrome is preferred for the copper. So one thing you should remember, you are seeing that here the resistivity of this conductor is going to change linearly. Okay. So for the case of alloy, if you are talking about the alloy, and here will be the resistivity and here will be temperature. So it will be something like this. You can see the slope of this graph is greater, and you can see here the slope of this graph is lesser. So what you can conclude from this, you can conclude one thing, that if will increase the temperature, the resistivity increases slowly, but in this case resistivity increases very fast. So nichrome is preferred for the copper only due to less change in resistance on increasing the temperature. So we'll discuss about these things in upcoming class. But tomorrow we will be discussing about some chemistry topic, because on Saturday we will having the science classes. So we'll take the topics from chemistry and biology and we'll discuss those things. So tomorrow we'll discuss about the chemistry, and we'll connect at the same time, that is 11. I will send the links, and that's it for today. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.